Hey guys! So, I'm aware that I am a very small channel. I have 20 subscribers, which most of really don't watch much, so I'm trying to think of fun videos I can do, while saving the best ones for when more people will see it. Don't mind my stuttering, I just don't feel like doing this gazillion times just to feed my perfectionism. Oh, and by the way, I have this dragging because I figure it's the best way to represent me without actually, showing my face or anything. Call me a furry if you want, I really don't care. I just like drawing dragons, and they're easier and faster to draw than humans, so there. By the way, her name's Guardian. Anyway, the idea for this video just hit me. I could just tell some random stories from school or whatever. Since I'm young, and no, I'm not telling you my age right now, I'll have many more experiences to tell, so why not tell the funny ones for some laughs in this tough time. The stories I'll be telling you about today are about random classmates I've had in school. Any names I mention won't be their actual names, but you get the idea. The first I'll tell you about, he's an idiot. I'll call him Mortimer. He liked to wisecrack and stuff in class. I mean, yeah, that's fairly normal. There are plenty of idiots in everyone's school. But on top of that, he'll go out of his way to be mean at the teacher and subs, and just be a general a-hole for no reason. Here's a sample.
Miss Pie, wanna hear a joke?
Mortimer, I'm in the middle of teaching right now.
Why is Santa's sack so big? Because it only comes out once a year.
Okay, go to the office.
Anyway, that's not, the main weird thing about him. One day, I don't remember what he was doing. He was either being rude to the sub because the teacher was out, or saying something stupid, but I told him to shut up. Now, I'm a general quiet kid, with occasional stupid outbursts that I'm not sure why. I just randomly decide to share my life stories, which is probably why I even made this video. So Mortimer, even though what I said wasn't even that clever or insulting, it was something like,
Oh yeah, because you're so smart.
Listen here, you little.
At this point, I'm just this 5'3" or so tall 8th grader who sits there quiet in the back of the room doodling in her sketchbook or her math notebook or whatever, and he was maybe 6 feet and a 9th grader, which I know is only a year or two above me, but he was this really scary, intimidating jock who plays basketball, and I probably just said jock wrong, and he's never spoken to me in my life. This dude didn't even know my name, and I only know his because the teacher yells at him so many times. Anyway, Mortimer just starts yelling at me
What did you say? Do you want to go?
in the middle of class with a substitute in the room, and I'm just sitting there staring up at this scary, unpredictable 9th grader while he's yelling at me and the sub is doing something somewhere else in the back of the room being useless. And granted, I did feel a bit bad for Mortimer because he said so himself. He does not have a great family, but he didn't really need to be an a-hole to a quiet 8th grader because he was just being an idiot while I was trying to do my work. And he just kept going on while I said nothing
Maybe I won't fight you because my dad wouldn't approve of me hitting a girl, but I know some girls who will come and beat you up.
I was actually scared just because of how serious his tone was, and no one's ever threatened me before, for the most part, because I'm I'm a pretty quiet person. Luckily, no one ever actually beat me up. It was a blank threat, and I reported him to the principal, which may have been a bit much, I don't know. That was the only time I've ever actually interacted with him, but I've seen him do other weird things around the school. One time, he and 4 of his friends were standing shoulder to shoulder with their arms around each other in the hallway, and I had to dive behind a water fountain to not be plowed over. As they walked by, I heard him say to one of his friends, and I quote, other than the name which I changed,
Oh, I asked Miss Joe if she'd go out with me, but she said I was too young.
At this point, Miss Joe is our guidance counselor, and I think she also manages her schedule, and she's in maybe her mid-20s, 30s, I don't know. He's almost in 10th grade at the time. I take this some stupid joke that he was joking around with his friends, except then later, when we were having a dance party in the cafeteria, he legit says to her,
Miss Joe, may I have this dance?
she yelled at him, obviously, but it was just so weird. I don't understand what was going on there. Ugh.